Former Aggie Blake Allemand is just one step away from the major leagues, playing for the Milwaukee Brewers AAA affiliate in the San Antonio Missions, just 35 miles from his hometown of Bernie. And while it's an easy drive between the two, Blake's journey back to South Texas was anything but. And as Matt Roberts explains, that's just fine with him.
It's a true compliment. If you're called a grinder, then people respect you. They respect how hard you work, how you show up every day at the ballpark. Blake is one of those guys.
Going back, Ferguson, way back, going, and we got a tie game. How about that?
Blake Allemand has earned everything he's done in his baseball career.
A scout told him something that he kept to heart. He goes, Blake, when you step on the field, you got to show everybody that you can play versus somebody who's really big. They got to show that they can't play.
And what Blake lacks in prototypical size, he makes up for with a competitive spirit that his parents Pam and Andre Allemand saw from a very early age.
And we had the little Tykes basketball, and I'd always play and let him win, and I'd make it real dramatic, and he'd be all excited. And then I told my wife, I said, I'm gonna beat Blake today. He needs to learn what it's like to lose. And he didn't handle it very well at all.
My sister's a great athlete herself, and we have some backyard pickup basketball games that didn't end very well. One of us come in, slam the door, all upset, so it's kind of funny.
With that competitiveness comes an unbreakable will and drive to accomplish his goals no matter how big, even walking on at a big-time Power 5 baseball program, his dream school, Texas A&M.
That's just kind of how my whole life's been. I mean, I put my mind on something, and I just work my butt off. My dad's always told me, no, you can do anything you want if you're willing to work for it, and I've taken that to heart.
I think back to when he was 13, 14, 15-year-old coming to our camps. He always stood out to me, even at that age, because he played so hard. He played with a chip on his shoulder.
So you're now being recruited by A&M, and I was like blown away. It was like, this is really happening, pinch yourself type thing. And they offered him a roster spot, so, he was invited to walk on his freshman year.
The kid that arrived in College Station without a scholarship left an indelible mark on a university that runs in his blood, starting the 4th most games in Aggie baseball history.
He's going to just do what it takes to play Aggie baseball, and that's really what he did. He's a mentor to me. When I got here as a transfer, showed me the way, and he knew what the culture needed to be here at A&M.
He started out as a walk-on, worked out into a scholarship role for us, and had an incredible career here. And that's just the way Aggie baseball is, and he's the epitome of Aggie baseball, and really proud of the way he's gone about his career.
I guess the mark that we left in that program was really cool to be part of, and to know that I left that program better than I got there, which is something I really wanted to do. And just for me, I like to be remembered more than just a baseball player. So the fact I was able to do something bigger than just the game was pretty cool to be a part of.
And even with 5 years grinding away in the minors from Helena, Montana to Biloxi, Mississippi, Blake is staying true to what got him to this point.
He's not going to play every day, but when he plays, you know what you're going to get. You're going to get a guy that goes out there and gives you everything.
And the grind is tough, but at the same time, getting to do the game I love. I get to work. I get to play for a living. So, I'm pretty blessed to be able to play a kid's game for a living.
With the major leagues in his sights, Blake is living the dream, playing a kid's game in his hometown.
Came to the game, I think it was 2007 or 8, and Seth Johnston, who also went to Bernie, was playing for the Missions. And I went to the game. I was like, man, went to Bernie and played. That'd be so cool if I could ever do that. And it turns out I did do that, so it's pretty cool that was come full circle.
As tough as the journey back to South Texas has been, the next step to the major leagues will be even tougher. Blake's going to do what he's always done and make it hard for anyone to deny him that opportunity.
I said, don't have those doubts. Work at it as long as you can, and so that when you know that you can't do it anymore, then you can walk away satisfied. But he still believes he can do it.
You can do anything you want if you're willing to work for it, man. I put in a lot of hours of work, a lot of the preparation, the mental aspect, playing the game the right way, play hard, and just work your butt off.
Matt Roberts, Fox 44 Sports.